welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and in this episode, we're going to do some tool testing. So follow me through the intro, and I'll be back. And alright guys, I know a lot of you don't like these tool review videos or things along that nature, but I urge you to stick along through this video. What I got to show you today is a very nice product. It works very well, and I've been using it for a few weeks in the background and have had pretty impressive results out of it. So let's see if we can find Daisy for this video, and then we'll go from there. So been, busy doing things and working on other stuff since we're taking a little break on the 65 over here. So I got a Jeep out here, and I have a feeling that she might just be holed up somewhere out here in this Jeep, laying out here enjoying the warm weather. There she is. Want to remind them about your shirts in our store that's down there in the description. You need more cat treats? So make sure you check out our shirts and all the other merchandise in our store. But let's get to our product today. And what we have for this video is a jump starter and air compressor. This is what it comes like when you buy it new. It does a bunch of stuff. Like I said, it's a jump starter and an air compressor, but it's not just a normal jump starter, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. But the part number on this thing is AJ01. It'll inflate anything from 3 psi to 120 psi, and it also cuts off automatically, and I'll show you all that in this video. It's got 11,200 megaamp hour battery capacity. So this thing lasts a long time. It charges off a USB-C. And from full dead charge, it takes about 3.5 hours to charge this thing at 12 volts of car start voltage, which this thing works awesome. So let me get this thing opened up and I'll show it to you. But let's just scroll through some of this box art. And it also has a flashlight on it and some other things. Can inflate air mattresses, bicycle tires, car tires, life rafts, things like that. This thing is like multi-function, and you can have it where it cuts off automatically. And the jump starter is really, really neat, and I'll show you all that here in just a moment. Oh man, it's a tool review video. Let's click off this real quick. No guys, watch this video. It's a real cool piece, and there is a discount code that I'm going to drop right here. So I'll let you get back to the video now. So pretty much this is how you're going to receive this unit. It's going to come in this box. And it's got a nice semi-hard soft case. That way you can keep this thing in your trunk or where it's easily accessible. You're going to open it up and it's going to have some instructions. Things like that. And all this stuff's in English. And it tells you how to operate all this exactly. Like I said, I've been playing with this thing for a few days. But pretty much, this is the unit itself. It's a pretty nice little deal. It's got a power on switch here. Right here, I'll show you it's 100% battery life. And as far as tires go, you can select between car, motorcycle, bicycle, or, like inflating basketballs or equipment or things like that. And you can adjust, say car tires, you can sit here and you can scroll up and down. Like this one's 35 psi. And if we use this as an inflator from this point, it will cut off at 35 psi. And it also comes with all the attachments. You don't have to deal with the hose and stuff being attached to it all the time and bulky. It unscrews. Same with the jump start stuff. It comes off. Another nice thing about it is you do not have to turn it on for the jump start function. You can literally plug it in, it's ready to go. And it also comes with several different attachments for airing up like rafts and basketballs and things of that nature. And it comes with a charging cord that's obviously USB to USB-C. Just about everybody's got a USB-C nowadays. That's why I haven't even opened that. But let me show you how this thing works. And about the easiest way I can show you here, guys. Everything here at the shop has a charged battery, but I can take the positive battery cable off of it here. That way, you know, there's no kind of funny business going on. So we'll be starting this truck directly off of the jump box itself. And your jump box plugs in right here. And once you plug this thing in, it's going to light up green. Green means it's ready to go. And as you noticed, I didn't turn anything on the jump box itself, which makes it rather convenient. There's no buttons to push to force it like on a NOCO when you have something that don't have a battery ready to go. And I don't know if you heard it click in the video, but it's clicking right now. It's ready to go. So as you see, the battery's unhooked. There's nothing attached to this post. Let's see if this truck will start just off this jump box. As you see, we're completely unhooked. It started up. So let's try it again. And as you see, it started up. And like I said, we're completely on the jump box itself. This is the hot cable. This will get you off the side of the road if you need to get off. Well, maybe that ain't dodgy enough for you, but literally no battery hooked up. Just on jump box, it's not gonna be no problem. So I started this 350 in this truck pretty easily, just on the jumper box alone. So let's work on the inflator function. So up here at the top, you're gonna have an inflator port, and you're gonna screw your included hose in to that port. And like I told you before, all you do is hit the on button here. Mode, you're gonna set your air pressure to what you want it to be, like 35 psi, and it's on car setting. So let's hook it up to this Chevrolet truck and air tires up. So we'll just run this through a couple little cycles here. We'll start with a tire that's aired up, and then we'll run out here and air up one of these ones that's flat. So well, the power button is a little fiddly on it. You do have to push the power button to start the compressor. So I flipped this back to 36, just I knew these were already at 35. So let's show you the auto cutoff function on it. And when it reached 36 psi, you heard it cut itself off. And it'll stay on for a few minutes, and you can go to every tire and then repeat the same way. Like I said, this is a nice little unit. I've been using it kind of in the background. So it's kind of hard to do one-handed. So we're at 34 there. So turn it back on. Gotta hook the valve stem up here. Oh, truck needs some tires on the pad. And while it's doing that, I'm gonna flip this camera. As you can hear, it's still running in the background down there. You'll hear it cut off here in just a second. I just figured nobody wanted to sit there and listen to it buzz the whole time. It's a nice little unit. It jumps off stuff great. I personally not had a problem with it in the couple weeks that I've had it and been testing it in the background. I've mostly been using it to jump start the lawnmower and air up lawnmower tires around the house, and it does great for that. So, in automotive application, it does take a little longer to air up a tire, but if you're on the side of the road or you come out in a parking lot and you got a flat tire, it will save your butt to keep it in the car. So, as you heard, it just cut off. So, it does a pretty good job. So, let's see if it'll air up one of these completely flat tires on this Torino. See how long it takes, and then we can go from there. So, what I'm going to do, I will, when we air up this completely flat tire, and I'll show it to you. I'm going to put y'all on time lapse so you don't have to listen to this little thing buzz the whole time. It's not super loud, but I'm sure it's going to pick up louder on the video. But I'll put y'all on time lapse, and I'll let you know the time it took for it to air up when it gets done and cuts off. So, oh no, my 60-year-old set of bias pliers are flat and don't hold air. So, we're going to turn it on, holding the button. We obviously do not want to put 35 pounds of air in a tire like this, so because you know it might blow out on us. So we're going to put it at 20 and hit the start button, and I'm going to put you on time lapse starting now. It took right at 6 minutes to air up that tire it's been flat, guys. It does not hold any kind of residual air. 0 PSI. And usually, even with the air hose and the air compressor, it usually takes a second before it jumps up. But it does a real good job, and I'm sure you can still hear it in the background. That's because I put on one of the rear tires. That's going to bring us to our next thing of business. How much can we do before the battery runs out in it? So we had 6 minutes straight. We jumped this truck off. We jumped the truck off. We tried to jump the Torino off, which just couldn't get a good enough ground on it to do that. The front tire, it run for 6 minutes straight with the compressor on, and the compressor does use more energy than the jump box itself. And we're about 3/4 of the way of this one other rear tire. Now, keep in mind, this car's got 3 flat, good sized 14-inch tires on it that are about 27 inches tall. So they take quite a bit of air to air them up. So let's see if we can get through all 3 tires and jumping the vehicle off on a full charge. We're still trucking along. Got this one aired up. The front one's still aired up. Got about 2 more minutes and it'll be done. Alright, so that second battery, or second tire, just finished airing up. I want to show you all the light before we run this thing all the way down. It's got a pretty bright, I know it's hard to see on the camera, got an emergency flashing light. It's got a red flashing light, so you're broke down on the side of the interstate. This thing might actually keep you from getting run over. So We're about 35% of the battery left. Let's see if it'll finish up on that other tire. We'll go from there. Well, this one might be a worst case. You definitely don't want to put very much air in this one. So, get the thing on here. Set our air pressure down to, we'll go 20 psi on this one. And you just hold your power button. And we're in business. And the power button ain't really fiddly as much as me. You know, I never did really read the instruction manual. I just been kind of, pushing buttons and making it go blippity blop. So, let's see it do its thing over there. And I'll come back and we'll see how much battery we got left. And we'll see if it'll jump this truck off with it weak. 3 tires in, guys. And she is battery dead. 0%. But it did air up 3 tires enough, it'd get you off the side of the road. So keep in mind these things leak down fast. So 2. And then you can hear this one actively leaking. But it's aired up enough if you were in an emergency situation to get you off the side of the road. So you had 3 flats on the interstate. It could get you somewhere safe. Or if you had a small car and you had a dead battery, you could probably air up all 4 tires. As long as you didn't greedy with air pressure. Get what I'm saying? But either way, a lot of these little jump boxes like this do not have a long battery life when you're using a high drain device, such as, the air compressor. Like I said, the jump box portion of it doesn't need that much power. But the air compressor is a power sucker on this. So let's get this thing charging. I'm going to let it charge up. Let's just say 10%. And see if one that's almost dead can still jump start a car. So, like I said, it's just a regular USB-C. It's got an input and output, so you could charge your cell phone if it was dead on the side of the road or what have you. So, we're charging. When this is flashing, that lets you know it's charging up. But at the price point, guys, this thing's like $120 normal price. And, I have a discount code. It will be down in the description below. And also put it down here on the bottom of the screen. You can't beat it for the money. Like I said, I've had some NOCO battery jumpers. And this thing just absolutely outshines it in all ways. And the NOCO does not have an air compressor in it. And on a hindsight note, it outperforms most of your larger jumper boxes, like the Syntec ones you buy at Harbor Freight to have the compressor built in. The battery in this actually lasts longer than the big jump box. It's been about 30 minutes and we're at 17%. So let's see if it'll jump this truck back off. So we're just going to repeat what we done before. Set y'all up here. Like I said, the truck battery is good, so we can't just jump it off on the battery because it'll not give us fair results that way. So, and we'll use the negative terminal of the battery because it is a good ground. And we'll take this positive cable off and clamp it on this mess that they got. So, 17%. Will it spin this truck over? And if anybody's wondering, that is your low battery alarm. So 17% ain't gonna cut it, jump one off. I didn't figure it would be, but I did try it the other day at like 35% and it jumped the car off just fine. But in an emergency situation, guys, jump your car off first, and if you got flat tires, you know, deal with those after you get the car running again. But like I said, either way, for the money, it's a pretty good performing little unit. Like I said, most of the time you'll have a battery that's partially dead, and it would probably still jump off at that. It just don't quite have enough juice with, you know, it relying strictly on this little tiny lithium battery that is in this. So I'm gonna plug this thing in, let it charge overnight, and it'll be charged up. But if you need something keeping your car for an emergency situation, especially with wintertime fast approaching, grab you one of these and put it in the trunk of your car. Just make sure you keep it charged up, because you never know when you'll need something like that. Emergencies, you can't plan for them, but a little preventative maintenance, something like this in your trunk, even if it's not this brand, can help you out quite a bit. Especially, say you live up north and you have bad snow, you get stuck in a snowstorm, and you know, you sit there with the car running and your phone goes dead and you don't have a lighter or a car charger, you can always charge it off this. And like I said, with the lights, you do have your emergency lights also on it. You can signal for somebody to help you. So overall, it's a good piece. Like I said, it's a little finicky. If I'd spent a little more time reading instructions instead of just jumping in it and figuring out how it worked on my own, it would be great. But the big things with it, when you're jumping it off, you got to make sure you have good connections, and that is totally the right and good thing to do. So guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you like these kind of videos, hit that like button, share them with your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, because it does help the channel to grow. And I'm going to do another giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, and we're really close to that, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to be able to be eligible for that giveaway. If you are a subscriber, I greatly appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.